Guys, I've got a lot to show you here. I've lowered this thing. Yes, I've lowered it, and I've got Vidavon axle housings and shiny wheels. I'm going to show all this to you on the table, take it outside and see what it does. Let's go. It used to sit something like this, and now it sits like this. Big difference. This is the Vidavon axle housing right here, and I had to do a little bit of something different on this. This housing isn't really meant for this vehicle. On the stock housing, the panhard mounts central line of the axle. On this one, if you go to the front, then it binds with your steering, especially when you're turning right. So I had to put it to the back, which also works out perfectly fine with the shocks down here. I just simply used a longer bolt, and there you go. That's pretty much it, but there's one more thing to show you. And that will be the spacers I used on the rear. Both sides are the same here. On the front, I used a little bit less of a spacer, and that seems to be working fine. These are actually bushings out of a TRX4M when I changed the bearings out. And let's get this thing outside because I am really curious to how this thing's going to drive. Let's go. Okay, so I kind of made a mistake. As I was powering this up, see the drag brake? As I was powering this up, I messed up and put a 4S on the stock ESC. I had steering, the red light was flashing on the ESC, but now my drag brake is not so hot. And I have not changed anything in the motor. So axle gearing is the same, but you know what? We're gonna continue this out because look at the height of this thing, man. It actually seems to work pretty good. Now, also kept the stock. Oh, yeah. I really gotta, I guess it's time for a fusion. But regardless of all that, the height looks nice. Articulation is there. Everything looks good. With the shocks on the bottom like that, I mean, I had to use spacers and stuff, but to make sure everything cleared when you articulate. If you just put the shocks on there without the spacers, then they'll probably work for vertical travel, but when it comes to articulation, when the axle gets twisted up, that's when you end up with a binding on the shock shaft. Dude, this thing is so much more stable now. Who would have guessed? Lower something down and it gets more stable. This is gonna be a challenge. We got a grasshopper there. All right, grasshopper's okay. Grasshopper, move, buddy. All right, the grasshopper is now going for a ride. All right. Oh, now I do got to tell you guys, when I had this thing at Cherokee, and yeah, my drag brake is pretty much gone, man, but it's all right. I was going to swap ESCs and stuff anyway, so, but don't put 4S on your stuff. Oh, see, a lot of times you guys will see my trucks and they'll walk up hopper like it's nothing. That's because they're really, wow, my drag brake is gone. I think it's getting worse. But you'll see that vehicles walk up hopper and you don't realize just how gnarly hopper can actually be. Oh, I'm done. It's got some drag brake, but not much, and the reverse seems a little bit slower than usual. Let's take it up here. Okay, let's see if I can just drive up this thing, because I'm gonna have to just kind of move with it. Nope. Well, all right. So I guess the moral of the story here, no matter what you do to it, don't put 4S on the stock ESC. I mean, granted, if you did that and you still had to drive it on the trail, I mean, so far it's doing okay. let's just see. Let's see, I got a Fusion SE in there. I got a Fusion Pro in there. I don't know what's going in it, but something is. Man, this new height is wonderful on here, man. Really nice. The stock servo seems to be halfway decent. I did a little bit of work right here. I added this to allow you to get a little bit more of a swing into it without having any overdrive gears on here. It doesn't turn as sharp as a competition truck. But there we go. Okay, this is where I got to be careful, because with no drag brake or very little, this could be interesting here. Well, okay, never mind. I guess it still has enough to be okay there. Oh, that would have been a rollover for sure. Maybe my drag brake is normal, I don't know. Man. Nice. Okay, let's check some stability. That's full turn. I may need to make some adjustments, but pretty good. So much better. Okay, Vidavon axle housings, metal beadlock wheels, but wow, they're lowering it down. Now you can do this on your stock axles and all just fine. You don't need to have the Vidavons. Now, when I mentioned the spacers, the shock cup, when you articulate it, it can hit the top where it was originally mounted. So that's why you kind of space them out to give that a little bit of clearance on that. But wow, this thing done great. Sucks. I'm pretty sure the stock ESC, as in like before you put 4S on it, had better drag brake. I do feel it had better drag brake. But anyway, now it's time to go brushless. I'm thinking Fusion. Something. Guys, check that description. Use those links. Hit that subscribe, ring that bell. And I want you all to have an absolute wonderful day. For real. When you wake up, get up a little earlier and actually cook breakfast. Just some eggs and sausage. Sausage, buttered sausage, right? Man, take you some butter, put it into like a little pot, you know, like a sauce pot thing. Put it in there. Take your sausage, okay? Get like the sausage patties, cut them up into fours. Chunk them in there, 2 or 3 of them, whatever. Okay, like 2 or 3 whole patties. Drop it in there. Turn that thing on. Give it a good swirl once the butter is all melted, because the butter will act like oil, but it's not. And then you go ahead and cook your eggs. By the time your eggs are done, you've done and smeared that sausages around, kind of shake them a little bit. Boom, everything is done, ready to go. Guys, have a great day and stay tuned. I'm not done yet. Have a great one. Guys, you made it to the end. This is awesome. Thank you so much. You guys making it to the end of the video means so much to me. I mean, for real. Consider joining, becoming a member for just $2 a month. That's the cheapest way to go. In the description are affiliate links, Amazon, eBay, Amazon. You guys know all the stuff on that. But yeah, guys, it means a lot that you're here and you're listening to this right now. And I want you to have a great day.